Hey, good morning, everybody. Almost afternoon, Sarasota, Tim. Well, I'm on my way out of the campground here at Bald Ridge Creek. I'm heading wherever I want to go. We've got 67 degrees. It's currently 11:49. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous day. And nothing can get me down today. I got great news this morning. Even though I was told to call tomorrow, I decided to call someone else that I haven't called back yet regarding the Honda warranty. And that was the actual individual at the original selling dealership in another state that told me to call him back. He was the first one to advise me that there is an overhaul going on with the software. The computers are revamping or something like that with Honda. So sure enough, I called, 3 times and was told wait till after the weekend, wait for a couple more days, wait till the full moon. And then I just couldn't wait. So I said, I ain't called that guy yet. He won't think I'm bothering him. And so I called him, fingers crossed. He was there, answered the phone, gave him the VIN number, and he said, yep, Timothy Baker, you're in. No cost to transfer. It is essentially an extension of the full factory warranty. This is not one of those like, okay, the factory warranty's over where it covers everything. And then we got the service contract that covers major stuff. No, this is an extension of the Honda 3-year unlimited mileage factory full warranty. But you can't believe a damn thing I say. I just told a big lie. One thing is not covered in 2 weeks when the warranty ends. And this starts. Radio. For whatever reason, that's the only thing that after the factory warranty ends that the extension warranty doesn't cover. I don't know why. But everything else, unlimited mileage, no deductible. If it breaks, they fix it. If it wears out, like brakes and tires, and oil and filter and transmission fluid and anything like that, of course, that's something I pay. But man, and the guy back in 22, I said, well, how much did he pay for this? Oh, bonus. Roadside assistance was extra. He bought that too. So he got the extension of the factory warranty and roadside assistance for 60 months, 5 years, valid through November of 2030. I said, man, with that kind of thing, why would anybody not buy it? He says, exactly. Especially like a Goldwing with all that electronics and different things. I said, too bad that guy bought it. He sold it. The guy that bought it from him, he sold it to me. And neither one of them were able to take advantage of this warranty. He said, well, the good thing is to have it, not need it. But it's also very good that when you go to sell a $30,000 motorcycle and, it's got 6 months left, 2 months left in my case, 1 month, November, 2 weeks. And then warranty would be up and you give out. That's a little bit of like, man, I'm buying somebody else's, deal, and why did 2 people sell it? And, what if something happens? These are expensive to repair. And the guy even told me at the dealership, at the Honda dealer, he says, we're one of the cheapest in the area at $140 an hour labor. He goes, most everybody else about $160 to $180. So you get something that's going to run you 3 or 4 hours labor to go in there and take something out. you got $1,000 in labor before fixing it. So this is just a dream come true. I literally bought a brand new Goldwing with 5,000 miles and a full warranty and $5,000 worth of extras. And then in the end, he gave me even more. The riding suit. That's a $1,200 motorcycle helmet with the intercom system in it. It's the Shoei Neotech 3, the very latest and best, bar none, on the market helmet that fits me like a glove. So, sorry if I sound like I'm bragging, but I'm just ecstatic that I was able to buy a used but new and save, and then didn't have to do any of the accessories. So far, the only thing I've spent money on, I bought a bike cover, and it came with one. But this is a really full cover I got on it that I had delivered to Florida, and I have it on there now. But that half cover is great to carry around with you, you know, if you get caught in the rain, to keep that seat from getting wet. And I bought a thing, like a little beanie thing. It's a real thin thing you wear over your hair. It's a helmet liner. When I went down to Florida and I took that helmet off, the inside of the helmet has got, you know, like these ribbed foam pads up in there. Well, they literally made an imprint on my head. I look like, I don't even want to tell you. And so this will, you know, keep the dew in better shape. Even if it flattens it out, it won't have those cornrows. I mean, it was hilarious. I could have done that for Halloween. I've also decided to return to the great sunshine state of Florida, to my girl, my Goldwing, the wing, a couple of days earlier than I was going to leave. I can still change it, so I won't disclose those dates, but I went ahead and got a reservation for a place halfway, which I could cancel and get a full refund. And I can also change my mind and leave. It's just that what it is, between my daughter's job and that warranty that was going to end on November 3rd, the factory warranty, and before I knew about whether for sure I was going to have this thing or not transferred to me, I just and I've got a stellar week already ahead of me. More. So I'll be ready, likely. Because I might want to get on that wing and go down to the Keys. And guess what I'm going to miss? And I don't want to go down there during. Fantasy Fest is in Key West. It used to be Halloween. Now it's every weekend, the entire month, at least the final 2 weekends of October. It has become, without exaggeration, the world's second largest spectator event, only second to World Soccer. That's how many people go down to Key West that are down there now. You want nothing to do with that. I mean, you do, you don't. You know, if you could possibly book a room a year ahead or however long they let you do it, I'm sure you can do it at least a year ahead. And I'm sure it's sold out. The day they check out, they book already, and it's the same people. You know, everything today is ruined because we got too many people and whatever. So, when I get back, I'll be ready. You know, October will be gone. I mean, even if I get back before October ends, I won't go down there until October ends. And then I'll take a trip, possibly, if the weather starts turning really nice, where it's not 90 dang degrees, and I'll ride all the way to Key West. I'll go to Key Largo. I'll go to Isla Morada. And I'll buy myself a dome tent. We're going to do some camping. I've got a phone mount that goes on me for videoing on the bike. I think I'm going to figure out the audio situation. And I'm going to get down to the Keys, man. Remember when I said I'd never go down there again? You can't believe a damn thing I say. You know that. I can't wait to go down there. I'll head over to Ted and Jolene's. I'll head over to the Boynton Inlet. I'll head to Daytona. I'll head to all the bike weeks. I'll be over in Sturgis next year. I'll be up at Yellowstone again. I might even go to Alaska. Get my passport. I can go to Canada. Go up to Niagara Falls. I'm going to go, baby. Roadside assistance and full factory warranty till 2030. How old will I be? Well, 5 more years. I'm going to be 67 essentially. When the warranty starts, I'll be 72 years old. Average lifespan is 73. I'll just get it in. Man, what a life. Yeah. I'll go back out to Laughlin, Vegas, Utah. Who knows where? All over this place. That Goldwing is going to have some miles on her when I get done with it. Yeah. You have to be buying tires. But a very economical machine to drive. Tent camping should be a lot more affordable than the camper. But I will be returning up here, doing the America the Beautiful card. Guess what? I can still go into America Beautiful campgrounds with the Goldwing and a tent and have electric and run my heater, an extension cord in there, and an air mattress and blow it up. Boom. There you go. Plenty of tents over here this last weekend. Oh man, the ideas are coming to me. Can't wait, folks. All coming on YouTube video. And I can't carry it on the motorcycle, but I can't stop thinking and wanting to buy the VVOR, VEVOR canopy that is identical to the American-made clam. Except the price is almost twice as much for the clam. And it can only be for one reason. And that is that it has to be, it's made in America under much more expensive labor costs versus the Chinese version. Now, you know, you say buy America, but they're going to have to bring the prices down or raise the wages. I know that I just opened a bucket of worms there, but I go with price. If it's the same thing, you know, I gotta do what's best for me, or what I can afford. Why are these people going so slow? Ugh. Where am I going? Oh yeah, the gym. Let's go get a workout in and get out some of this anxiety, and then I don't know, take a hike, take a drive, video some leaves. We're definitely going to try and run over to the apple orchards again, and pick up some more apples and some fried pies or an apple fritter or something like that, and just take a drive, my daughter and I. We're trying to get in all the visits we can. I hope you enjoyed the southern food dish that Eddie made last night. Was unbelievable. I mean, I eat Mexican food, even though I started carnivore. I eat Mexican food. I've ate my share of it. But it's been many years since I was able to enjoy cornbread and beans, cream corn, and green collards, and that pork loin was great. You know, we didn't even need the meat. I told Eddie, well, my grandmother, who had a farm, used to put stuff like that on the table for all of our meals, and we called lunch supper because it was that kind of a hot meal. It was mostly a combination of like 5 or 6 vegetables with some cornbread or loaf bread. We didn't even need a meat. I know that's contrary to carnivore, but let me tell you, it was damn delicious. So, yeah, they offered to make it again one more time for me before I go back, but I don't want to trouble them. We're going to get Lisa's spaghetti yet. Try that out if she comes through for us. So far, I've done it with tacos. Christina got the Loco Moco in. Look it up. And Eddie came through the day he said he'd do it with the Southern. And he's got the lead. He's got my vote. That's for sure. So it's been just amazing up here, folks. The procurement of the bike, it was just like, think about it. Think about this. The irony. 2 years ago, I came up here with the Wolf Pup. I was invited by Hilton Tom to stay at his Airbnb in LJ. Just because he liked my channel and liked me. It wasn't like any kind of a barter. It was just a good man, like so many of you out there that are just good people that wanted me to come to your home, park my camper, have a meal with me, shake my hand, have a cup of coffee, say hello, stop by, anything. So many loving people that felt, they just wanted to meet me. So when he knew I was coming to the area to see my daughter, and then his friend said he did want a couple of videos, which I was happy to do. He's the one that had like the 15-bedroom cabin, 2-story. That place was, you got lofts in that one. One thing he's got, plenty of money. So we stayed at 2 of them, and the Wolf Pup sat in my daughter's front yard. But fortunately, I had it with me and the title and everything to trade in at Camp Oaks. And we were just driving by. And I said, look at those RVs. I need to make a video there. There's a good video. Look at the style of those. That front end with that bubble that kind of comes out in that window. Yeah, I just loved it. And believe me, I've seen so many RVs, I don't get excited about them. Most of them look like a trailer. But these were special. So I go back, you know the story. He was closed, and so I was supposed to return to Florida. It was imperative, and I didn't. So I wanted to go back the next day to video, and I had to see inside of them. But because he's open on Saturday, and they only want to work 5 days a week, they're Christian people, he was closed Monday as well. So I had to wait till Tuesday. And then, of course, as soon as I went inside, saw it, I wanted one, I bought it. He gave me a fair price. He doesn't charge any extra fees. It was just the sales tax of which I paid in Florida. Gave me the title, the MSO. I took everything to Florida and everything. And then I had to stay here for about another 4 or 5 days until he had one from Flagstaff brought to his dealership. And I got it. And so I said that story because, look, I'm up here and I buy the Goldwing. I went to the Dragon. I saw one in red. I fell in love with it. It took me back in my memories. And I didn't want to really come up here again. I wanted to go out west. But then I found out I can't believe myself of what I say. And I do miss being up here with the twisties and the green and the fall colors and the Dragon and the mountains and the windy roads and the southern people and everything else. And I saw that bike and God said, I'm going to give you one. I'm going to get you one. You're going to get it. And it's going to be the best deal of your life. And then I did, and I got it home, and I was offered 2 trailers. The owner that sold it to me, and Eddie's got a friend, an enclosed trailer that I could have just took this truck, hooked it up, and took it to Florida. And then we got this amazing idea. Ride it. Fly back in an hour for $50 and a $50 Uber to get me to the airport. And then my daughter picked me up here. Unbelievable. Blessing after blessing after blessing. Then all these hikes I've been on, the apple orchards, all these wonderful videos I've shared with you, all these amazing campgrounds and campsites I've been getting. The very first one with the beach, then at Pigeon Forge, and those wonderful people at River Bend that hooked me up. I stayed up there for a couple weeks. Oh! Breaking news! Remember the Rod Run car show in Pigeon Forge? As soon as I got there, I had no idea. It was really cool. 2 years ago, when I came here and bought the Flagstaff and was staying at the Airbnbs and visiting my daughter, Eddie and my daughter and I went to a annual huge car show, classic car show, huge, that is this weekend that I'm going to and will video for you. Yep. They're going out of town, so if they were here, we would all go together, of course. But I'm going to be going to that. Starts Friday. Free and all that. And it's like you can see all of it in one. They have it in this one big area. I think it's at a park or a public school or somewhere, I forget. But unlike Pigeon Forge, which was like 2 or 3 miles, and you could just either take the e-scooter I had, or you could drive your car a little further down, or take yourself a long walk to see them all, because there were thousands. So it's going to be right here. You park and you go around and see it, and it's going to be really cool. I know a lot of you out there that watch my channel are boomers, and you remember the old cars. And I don't remember old, but I do remember the 70s and the 60s cars. I wasn't driving until the late 70s, but I like looking at them too. So that's coming this weekend. Look for that coming. Look for my Medicare video coming later today. And another update regarding the videos I've been watching about the iPhone 17. I get on something and well, guess what? I'm getting it. And guess what? For free. Hate to sound like I'm bragging, but if you're a T-Mobile customer, you get it for free too. You can trade in any device, and with monthly credits that they give you, you pay anywhere from $4, $8, $12 to $20 a month for 2 years. But there happens to be, wait for it, there happens to be one that's $0 for 2 years. And that is the iPhone 17 regular. Now, I've been studying the iPhone 17 and the iPhone 17 Pro, and then they make an iPhone Air. Forget that one. That's that thin one's got no battery in it. Doesn't last. But everybody loves it. But they can't use it if you're a battery, hog. I start freaking out when I get 40%. The regular iPhone 17 this year with Apple is, and now the influencers are admitting it. They've been promoting the heck out of those Pro phones. They're admitting it now. It is absolutely, without question, the phone to buy. $800, $799. 256 gigabytes of memory, and literally no cost if you're with a big carrier like Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, and you haven't used your upgrade program, in a year. With T-Mobile, I get one every year, and I got price guarantee for 5 years. But even if they didn't have it, if I traded my phone, my 15 Pro Max, at Apple and got $520 for it, I would only owe a couple $100 for that phone. And what am I getting? I'm getting a better phone than I have, better battery than I have. My battery health is at 83%. So that phone, even though the milliamp battery is about the same as what this one is, this one won't stay as charged as long because it's been recharged for 2 years. So I'm going back to a full factory warranty, 100% battery health, the 120 hertz full motion thing they talk about, the dual capture camera. I can see myself and you can see me in the video as well as when I'm videoing. There's a little square. I can choose to put that on. I can also hold the phone like this, straight up and down, and it will still come out in landscape. I don't have to orient the phone in that position to make sure it comes out in landscape. And it has a new chip, and it has all these other things. And this is just the regular 17, the entry-level model. It is as good as the last good phone, just to give you an idea, because I know all about the Apple products. The last really good iPhone, boy, that's a pretty Jeep. Wow. I'll show it to you. Was the iPhone 11. That was the last really good phone that they came out with. It was something. Everything else has been tweaks, very minor changes. And then in 17, they got this ugly looking phone, the Pros, with this big, huge camera bump on the back, aluminum body, and awful color. That orange, the only one that's reasonable is the blue is palatable, but the one to get is that silver. That way you can match it with any case. But who wants that orange? They gave it to every YouTuber to promote it, just the model, but they gave them all the orange ones. And so they kind of ignored the regular 17. But I started watching YouTube videos on it, and now you can go on and just put in iPhone 17 versus iPhone 17 Pro, and every YouTuber is going to tell you there is no reason to buy that extra camera that nobody uses, that raw thing and log and 100 times zoom. You can get up on a gnat's ass. Nobody videos like that. Get you some binoculars. So the 17 is $799 for that phone with the latest and greatest of Pro features. You got to get it. Even if you got a 16. And if you've got a program with T-Mobile, Verizon, or AT&T, and they're going to give you a credit on top of what Apple gives you on the trade-in, then who wouldn't? So, but they don't have them available right now. They're still sold out. That's why, because everybody knows it now. All the models are actually sold out, even the Pros. You have to wait a couple of weeks to get one. And I could order it now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait till I get home. There's a big Apple store there near Nathan Benderson at the mall I go to. Oh! Folks, you remember last year? Sorry, I got something in my eye. Do you remember last year the Christmas decorations around the UTC shopping area? And every year they do it, and every year they have to start in like September to get all these decorations up. They're incredibly beautiful. I mean, they put Christmas music. It's top technology. The lights blink to the music. It isn't the old school hang a wreath or a light on a pole. It is big time. And they really do a beautiful job. That's going to be waiting for me when I get home to bring the videos for you guys. Milder weather. And we'll run the electric scooter around and video all the lights, and we'll get many nights up there of the lights. And then, of course, we're only a few weeks away from Turkey Day. Okay? Thanksgiving, baby. Turkey. Maybe I won't have the gravy, mashed potatoes, and stuffing, but I can eat all that turkey I want. And maybe I might have to go bad on that day. And then, of course, there's Christmas. We get to celebrate the reason for the season. Even Thanksgiving, we got to remember the reason for the season. We'll get us our little tree put up in the crasher. We'll put some lights up. We'll give you an address that you can send greeting cards to hang up on the mantle over the fireplace and over the slide in the living room. We'll get it all decorated with beautiful cards. We'll have mail call and read them and go over the handwriting skills and all like we did before. I got all that coming up. And all these are just weeks away. This is all coming. And this is all good stuff, folks. This is all living. This is all loving, living, celebrating, smiling. I know what it is. It's crushing it.